What's everyone saying? It's your boy Someone It Was back again. We're here today at Glasgow Central Station, and today we're going to be doing part 2 of London to Scotland by train. We're going to be travelling down south to London Euston with Avanti West Coast, and you're coming along with me. Glasgow Central Station is a northern terminus of the West Coast Mainline, covering 46 stations and 642 kilometres of rail. Our haul is down to London Euston today. It's an 11-car class 390 tilting Pendolino set built between 2010 and 2012. Our service today has a journey time of approximately 4 hours and 50 minutes with a maximum travel speed of 125 miles per hour. In the regular airline seat, we get a little fold-out table. It's quite on the small side though, nothing really outstanding about it. There's also a nice little pocket to place small belongings in, a rarity on trains in Britain nowadays. The seat pitch is regular, not the most generous that I've seen on an intercity train though. I'd say the seats on these Pendolinos are quite decent in terms of comfort. To be fair, this is before they eventually get renovated. Above you, there are 2 reading lights and a reservation screen shown earlier in the video. A window blind covering multiple seats is a nice addition as well. Don't forget to ask the people around you before pulling it down, of course. Damn, who's that? I visited the disabled toilet. Nice and spacious, everything was in working order, it was nice and clean. What else can you say? Yeah, I'd say I'm not really the best when it comes to slide camera angles. Here's a very nice clip of me walking through one of the carriages on the train. I'd already connected to the Wi-Fi on Avanti before, so it was quite easy to reconnect onto it. I do find if you have problems with connecting onto it, the best thing to do is to turn off your data when you're going online. 80% of the time it worked like that for me. The speeds were absolutely abysmal, I can't lie. It's not what I'm used to. I just use my data most of the time when I'm on the train anyway. I couldn't visit the disabled toilet without visiting the regular toilet as well. Once again, everything was nice and in order. It was clean, it had your regular bathroom facilities, and also it had a nice big picture of the branded Virgin hot air balloon. You see, I try not to be an awkward dude, so once again, I didn't end up catching the cafe in Car C, where there's a very good selection of drinks, snacks, hot and cold food, which are on sale, and is decently priced for an intercity train. And we've arrived down into London, approximately 5 hours after leaving Glasgow. London Euston is basically a construction site since they started building some new railway line called High Speed 2. I think this would be a good time for a little comparison. As you will have seen in the video before, we did the East Coast Mainline, the LNER. Both sides have their upsides and their downsides, but in this video we're going to be positive. We're going to give the comparisons of the upsides and see which one you would travel on. In terms of Avanti, the positives do include having cheaper fares in general when they're available. On the whole, the Avanti West Coast between London and Scotland have the cheaper fares, but they are very hard to find, so it takes a lot of digging to get those cheap fares. I'd also say the interiors on the Class 390 Pendolinos are a bit more relaxed and chill. They give soothing vibes, I'd say. It's also a more comfortable ride, with the lower seats, the more comfortable seats, and also with the tilting technology of the trains. Well, they are Pendolinos, of course. I found that there was more luggage space in comparison to the LNERs, even though it's not actually a lot more. There's also a very good selection of onboard food to buy, so if you haven't got time to get food from a shop around the corner, there's food of a decent price, I'd say, and it's a decent quality. And lastly, I have to be biased because it goes to Glasgow. Like, I study at Glasgow Uni, why not? Shout out Glasgow. In comparison with LNER, you could say that the trains are newer and brighter with the newer Zoomer trains that have come out in the last few years. There's also more of an opportunity to find the cheaper fares in comparison to Avanti. As I've said, Avanti in general have the cheaper tickets, but they are not always available. I could say there's also better scenery on the East Coast Mainline, especially between Berwick-upon-Tweed and Edinburgh-Waverley. Another is, just look at King's Cross. Look at King's Cross. That's a bonus point right there. It is also a tiny bit faster in comparison to the West Coast Mainline. And also at every seat, you can find a plug socket, which is a necessity in this big 2020 world of technology. Hopefully the two videos have shown you what it's like to travel between London and Scotland by train during the day. Make sure you give a like, drop us a comment, West Coast or East Coast. Also subscribe, because why not? I've got lovely videos coming out soon. It's been your boy Someone Explores, and I'll catch you in the next one.